So one of the most common questions I've been receiving on stream recently is what are my thoughts on WrestleMania 43 taking place in Saudi Arabia? I was getting these comments multiple times every single stream for like the last week or so since it's been announced. So I might as well make a video addressing it, and this is it. Now don't get me wrong, I am really happy that WWE is deciding to expand more globally and is trying to gain that traction and yeah, just become a more global phenomenon than it already is. That being said, we had France, we had Australia, we had London, and we chose Saudi. Money talks, doesn't it? But you know what? At least everyone in the company looks happy about it. All jokes aside, I think we can all agree that we are seeing TKO's greed come in more and more and more. We're seeing them basically up the prices to everything, insult Vince McMahon's family prices because, you know, Vince McMahon being considerate is the biggest problem he has. But WWE shows are becoming less and less affordable. They're making us jump through more and more loopholes to get to the pay-per-views. I'm Canadian, but ESPN in America, I feel bad for the Americans for having to pay. It's basically pay-per-views for you again. Screw the PLE name, it's a pay-per-view. But look, I don't hate the product. I love the product. That's why I watch it all the time with you guys on stream. That's why I have so many shirts. That's why I've been almost a lifelong fan. And the thing that makes me upset is just seeing it become more and more corporate. And then them calling it a revolution, an evolution to the business. And you know what? On the financial side of things, yeah, it's growing and growing. It's becoming bigger and bigger. But in the fan perspective, we're being seen less and less. At least that's what most people are feeling like. And so if you're angry that TKO is doing this and they're headed to Saudi, I can't blame you because it's a sign of what we've been seeing lately. And that's the money wins, the money talk strategy. Boston couldn't even secure Cena's final match. Washington put in a higher bid. And now John Cena's final match will be in Washington, D.C. Heck, there's even a rumor that it might be near the White House, much like UFC is doing. And since UFC and WWE are both under TKO, I would not be surprised. But yeah, there's not much to say other than that. I feel like as stuff plays out and time goes on, if the greed gets worse, I'll let you know my thoughts on that. If it dies down, I'd also let you know my thoughts on that. But yeah, that's really it for me. That's all I can say. Not my favorite decision, but at the end of the day, I'm going to end up watching it anyway, so I'm not going to sit here and complain. I just hope that it does not mean that Saudi Arabia can buy out WrestleMania yearly or that money is going to influence everything in pro wrestling and take a voice louder than the fans. That's all. Other than that, thank you all for watching. We're on the road to 3,000 subscribers, so if you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you're interested in watching Raw and SmackDown with a streamer, I'm right here. I do Raw and SmackDown streams weekly and pay-per-views sometimes too. Thank you all. God bless. I'm out.